Hello ladies and gentlemen and everyone above, below, or in between. Welcome back. And it's been an interesting couple of days. Where to begin? Alright, so it was recently discovered that Barack Obama's birth certificate is proven to be a falsified document. We don't know who he is or what he's about. We're not saying he's not American, but we are saying that he wasn't born in Hawaii. You know, this document pretty much, well, actually we don't know where he's been born, but this document's proven that to be false, straight up. They used modern technology to make it as well, and they didn't have modern technology back in the day to make such a document. So moving right along. Yeah, we've had some terrorist incidents going on. Whether it's in Turkey or whether it's in Germany. God, it's just so much bad news. We did have a little bit of good news over here. Chinese company moves the Empire to Ohio, and I think, other than I think that was the only good news that we had. Straight up, terrorists get their way, and Berlin closes Christmas mall because of truck attack. Yeah, I mean there's all kinds of nonsense going on. Just a lot of bad news, a lot of it. What else do we have here? Yeah, Christmas in Europe over here. The image to the left, pretty much from the Voice of Europe. That pretty much just sums up the whole holidays right there. Armed guards all over the place, watching and waiting for the next terrorist attack. Yeah, in Italy, the guy that ran over a bunch of people at that shopping mall. Well, looks like they caught up to that very terrorist, and they shot him dead in Italy. So there you go. I guess we can chalk that up to the good news. Yeah, here's a scorecard on gun control here. They rated all the states here. If you have an A, you have the worst gun control laws ever. If you have an F, it's a pretty safe town. So there you go. Take notes of that. Next, MTV acted a fool. We all know about that. I already did a video on that. I might do another one later on. Who knows? Millennial Millie covered a story on how YouTube has frozen view counts now. So straight up, I'm not too certain which laws are being broken here, but advertisers may want to take note of this. It looks like somebody else is telling you who to put your advertising channels on. You know what I mean? Just saying. It looked, you know, because this looks dirty. This don't look honest at all. So thank you, Millennial Millie. Thank you, InfoWars. Moving right along to the next one. Lindy Beige, Sterling Engines, the power of the future. This one, this actually, I like this show. And the reason I bring him up is because I had to resubscribe him again because of YouTube's nonsense. Again, but anyway, I always remember his show at least once a week to go check up on his channel, see what he's doing new. This time, on the other hand, he dug up the Sterling engine, and I'm very thankful that he did, because the whole time I'm sitting here doing industrial maintenance, the second I come across the ingenious device of a heating and air conditioning unit, I couldn't figure out how on earth they conceived of such an idea, using different temperatures and pressures to regulate a machine and keep it running. And thank you, Mr. Lindy Beige. He actually stumbled upon a device that might have gave birth to such an idea. So there you go. And the coolest thing about the Sterling machine, folks, is it doesn't require fuel at all. No fuel at all. It just works by temperature and pressure. And after that, it just works by weights and counterweights to mess around with that piston system on there. So definitely check that out. Alright, Zero Hedge. They have an article on the leftist professor who wrote a hit list of all the fake news websites. That's right, folks. So stick to your regular notes and keep up with it, because they're trying to keep everybody ignorant. Stay vigilant. What else we got here? Ethnos, I'm not too certain if you guys can see that, so I'll go ahead and read it over there. The account above has had 100 plus videos exposing Muslims abusing women and calling for terrorism in the West. No copyright violations. Red alert, YouTube has begun complete sweep eliminating all negative videos about Islam. Back up the hard drives now. And that's our good old buddy Ethnos over on Twitter. Thank you, Mr. Ethnos. And of course I reply by saying they can't erase the terror. They can't erase all the terror attacks. They can't erase all the things that the terrorists have done. So I don't think anybody's ever going to forget that. And I don't think anybody's going to look at that in a positive light. Moving right along to the image to the right side here, we got Roger Stone doing a show on Alex Jones' channel, of course. And at this particular timestamp, that's about 2 hours, 56 minutes, and X amount of seconds. He talks about how the victims' families from the Orlando shooting event. Remember the nightclub shooting, the gay nightclub shooting, where about 100 people were put in the hospital, 50 some odd dead. When we first heard the news, yeah, the families of those victims, some of them were getting silenced online, particularly on Facebook, if I remember correctly. So go ahead and check that out, folks. I'm not kidding. This is getting down and dirty, folks. We're living in the twilight zone. All right. Here's another show that from the same channel again, InfoWars. Why can I say I'm hooked? They had a nice little debate with a Hillary supporter, and the guy literally actually believes that Russia hacked the election, and not only does he do this with a straight face, but I mean he has no clue of George Soros. I don't even think George Soros' name came up at all. You know, it's like straight up. If the guy's worried about some other country trying to take charge of our own, how on earth did this guy not get word of George Soros? And you know, this guy must be drinking way too much from the Kool-Aid, I swear. It's a sad thing to see, man, but that's just the way it is. Moving right along to the next one. Okay, now nuclear weapons was discussed today, and apparently this is the story that we get from Alex Jones, or at least this is the information that I'm running off of. Pretty much, China said they were going to beef up their nuclear arms, and then Trump got the memo. He came out and said we're going to beef up our nuclear arms until the world figures out a way to be sane again, right? And Alex Jones goes off on a tangent because the mainstream media just went out attacking Trump, saying Trump's crazy, Trump's going to start nuclear war, blah, 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 blah. And I think that's all we got for the day. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not going to add anything extra. No need to. Yeah, that's it. That's it. This is going to be the Fox Gibson signing out for the day. Good luck to all. Good luck on your projects. You know who's who. You know what to do. Peace out. Oh, almost forgot. Merry Christmas.